Hello and welcome to another crypto chart. I'm Fausto Botelho broadcasting from Brazil, and today we're going to take a look in the S&P, gold, oil, and then the cryptos, the most important, the 20 most important cryptos, and of course Bitcoin. Shall we? Let me move to the terminal over here. Let me show you the charts and go to the S&P, which is right here. Here it goes. Well, we're certainly confirming this extraordinary indication, bearish indication that we had so far, a bull trap in the all-time high, in this what I'm calling the mother of all resistances, because we're seeing a downward flag here. And especially these days, I mean, day before yesterday, in which the market closed broke the old top and then come down again. But you know, it closed near the highs, and then the market just opens with a gap in the high and closes in the low. Today it held a little bit in the support of these low levels of the what I think is going to be a downward flag, but I think it's a matter of time. It's coming down to test its next support level at over here. It's 2750, and then later on we're going to be seeing the market testing this very important support level to 2400. Well, that confirming the reversal of this upward trend, the market should achieve the first Fibonacci level, which would mean another 37 to 38% drop. Of course, we're going to be taking a cup of tea. The market will take a cup of tea here in the 2000 area, which is a psychological support, right? But definitely bearish for the S&P, and we still have to wait to see what's going to happen with the flight for quality. That it is already happening here in Brazil. We feel the dollar real, which is our currency rate of dollars going up. That's the idea. Let me quickly show you guys what's happening with the dollar here in Brazil. It's going up, and that is definitely because of the flight for quality. So flight for quality is happening. See, people get away from stocks here in Brazil. We have a lot of liquidity, and they have to buy dollars in order to send this money back to the US. I have this feeling, this idea that eventually a small portion of the money which is getting out of stocks will eventually land in the crypto's small airport, and that could boom the crypto space, and especially Bitcoin. So now let's take a look in the oil and in gold. So here's oil, which fits with the possibility that the S&P is coming down, because my friends, whenever the S&P goes down, everything goes down, every commodity goes down. The economy is going to slow down. There's recession probably coming. What you should do? Well, I've said sometimes here in the channel, just think of getting liquidity, money. Put your hands on your money. Sell whatever is not putting money in your pocket. Try to sell and get out of stocks. If I'm wrong and the market comes up again and breaks the all-time high, you just buy it back again. You're going to lose what, 7-8%. But if I'm right, it may be the difference in when you're older, or for the rest of your life, actually, right? So that's the idea. But back to oil. Oil price should just drop a lot, and I think that's what they're telling us here. we had this small upward movement because of problems in the Middle East, but I think technically speaking, the market is ready to come down back to this range that it escaped in 2004 because of the credit bubble. And it ended up in the subprime, which is this steep fall here. I think after that, the market moved around upwards here, but I think it's ready to come down to this range, which is below $40. And that's very bad for the oil drillers that are getting oil from deep in the sea, because it starts to get not productive, not financially productive to extract oil. Like for instance, Brazil has the pre-salt, many pre-salt areas that eventually are viable above $50 or $55 maybe. So I think things are gonna get ugly in the oil and also in all the commodity markets, because whenever the S&P falls, every commodity should fall as well. So now let's move to Bitcoin and see what's going on in Bitcoin. For that, I will start showing you the chart of Bitcoin, of the weekly chart of Bitcoin, which is right here. And it's just to show you that nothing happened, nothing changed, right? So far, nothing changed, because the market is still on a new impulsive wave, as we can see, and that's just an accumulation. And besides, if we go to the daily chart, as I'm going to be showing you now, we can see the daily chart, please. Yeah, you can see that it's sideways. The only thing that worries me a little bit is that the market broke this support trend line and then pulled back and started to fall. So eventually that could be telling us that we're not finished with this process yet, and we're not accumulating. We should be in a 1, 2, 3, B and C, and if that happens, we would start thinking about the possibility of the market to reach the first Fibonacci correction level. And that, I don't think we should consider the upward movement from here, from the bottom, and yes, from here, which would make, or even here, which would make the, well, no, I think, yeah, it would be here, by the way, which would make the correction come as far as $8,500. A little below $9,000. That is a possibility, and it will depend, I would say, in what happens here. If the market starts to flag down here, then we're probably going further down, and the market will make this ABC. One thing that counts against this hypothesis is that so far we've had waves 1, 2, and 3, just 2 waves downwards. So that counts for us to have seen already an A, B, C, and eventually this would be the start of a new upward trend and a new impulsive wave. That being, this one being wave 1, wave 2, and then we would already be, or would be starting wave 3. But anyway, in medium to long term, I am absolutely bullish in Bitcoin, and I think one should think seriously on placing at least 5 to 10% of its investment capital in Bitcoin, or eventually in good coins of the space. So now I'll show you the coins that we're taking a look at, and one that here they are, one that we have recommended so far, which is BNB. Why is it? Because the market, we understand this level was an important support level. The market broke this level and then re-entered this level again, providing what we call a bear trap. So a bear trap and an important support level. It's something that I enter the market without thinking. I just go on and get my position, and we did recommend it. And here's the position. If we go to the hourly chart, you'll see that the objective is 0.00332, and the initial stop was down here. We recommended when the market was here. Next day, we already placed the stop below this support here. Then we've already moved the stop to the no risk situation above our purchase price. We bought it at 0.00254, and the stop is now at 0.0025488. So we don't lose anymore in this position. This gap here is because Binance was out of the air, was making repairs or something. So we don't have these quotes. Nobody does. Objective is there, as I told you, 0.0033. Next one is Bitcoin Cash. Oh, actually, this is just want to show you this recommendation we did. Was very nice, and for the first time, it was a day trade. Incredible. We recommended here around midday here, Brazilian time. And why was that? Look, it was because the market we were suspecting it had done a double bottom here. But we've seen that trade in the hourly chart. And here in the hourly chart, it had broken this trend line, this downward trend line. And so we waited. We could have bought here, but we missed that one. But then the market made this huge upward flag after, you see, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should expect a bigger correction here. Then we waited until we have the confirmation that it would break the resistance of this stop here. And it flagged up. So whenever it broke the flag, we entered the market and we were able to move the stop. Sort of an hour afterwards, we moved the stop, and then we moved the stop again. And all of a sudden, it flags up and it reaches our objective in the same day. We tightened the stop and we were stopped right over here. And that resulted in, I can go to the history of our calls here and go to the last Bitcoin Cash, which is right here, which is the liquidation, and you can see that resulted 8.92% of gain. That was very favorable. We were very pleased with that. And now the cryptos that we are keeping an eye on. Well, first of all, we're still keeping an eye on Bitcoin Cash, because as you can see, it's testing this very important resistance level here. And if it breaks it, it will be giving us a bear trap with a double bottom, and it's going to be very bullish. So what is it doing here? Is it flagging up? If it is, we're going to be watching it in the hourly chart to see if we get some good indication and eventually recommend it again. Well, I told you guys that we're long already recommended Binance Coin. Chainlink, we're keeping an eye on it. We're keeping an eye on it because, well, that's a project I like very much. It is sideways. It was launched, went sideways, and then broke the resistance level, re-entered back to resistance, then support level, broke it up again, and eventually, and apparently, it has started a directional movement, because it made a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, and now it's correcting more. And although it broke this resistance short-term trend line, we're waiting for the market to break this resistance level here. Whenever it breaks, or some water here. Whenever it breaks, we will certainly recommend it to our customers. And for that, we're waiting to see what's going to happen to these accumulation here. I just expect it to not to give us a signal in sleep times, because we still don't have what we're willing to form, which is a network of, which is a desk that would be following the markets 24 hours, 24/7 actually. But we're getting there. If you have any interest, and if you live in a time zone different than ours, please contact us. With the telephones are below, contact indications are below. We will be pleased to have a word and see if we can arrange that we work together. So back to the chart here. That's for link, and wrong button here. Engine, we're taking a look at it because it reached a support level, important support level, and it gave us a reversal candlestick pattern, which is an engulfing. That was after it break this support level. So the point is that this support level may vary a little bit. So maybe it didn't give us a bear trap. It just gave us a reversal in a support level, which is important as well. All right, so we're waiting to see what's going to happen from here. If it flags up and breaks the flag, we're probably going to recommend the buying of engine. Now Ethereum, we're keeping an eye, but actually we're observing Ethereum because it's falling like hell, right? And I'm going to show you guys the chart of Ethereum in dollars, which is very bearish, because it just broke this support level here after accumulating in what we could imagine was a rectangle. So everything is bad for Ethereum. No. And so we're just watching what's going to happen with the second crypto coin. Actually, it's a crypto project. Next one is Litecoin. Litecoin, we're keeping an eye because it reached the support level and it reversed, even as a engulfing pattern, bullish pattern. And now we think it might be flagging up, so that's why we're keeping an eye. And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to open an account in Binance, please use our link and help our channel. It won't make any difference for you, and then we'll get a little bit of the commission, a little stake of the commissions that you pay. That's it. Thank you very much. See you next time. Ciao.